Hello, chat. Hello. Gonna wait for some of you to say hello to me, because I don't know if this is gonna work or not. I never know. I never know. Let me know if audio is pristine. Let me know if things are going well. Let me know if you like the choice of music. Today, hello Zoe. Today we are going to be reacting to some of my old videos. I think the cool part of me live streaming this is you guys can choose what videos I react to. If you have a video of mine that you remember, that you liked, it doesn't have to necessarily be a FNAF theory. But if you have a certain video of mine that you remember that you enjoyed, then we can go back and watch it. Exactly, gaming animators. I want to go back for the nostalgia value. I think that nostalgia is going to be a big thing here. And we're going to have I guess we're not just going to limit to FNAF theories. I would like to have a look back at some of my old theories and see how they apply now. Because I know that they're not going to hold up. But I'd also like to watch some of my funny videos that we've done. I know that Psychic wants to join me soon, I think, because we did a video together a while ago, which is Smash or Pass, FNAF Smash or Pass, and so I want to go back and watch that. I think that would be a lot of fun, so we might do that. But let me know if there's any videos that you want me to watch. That's the joy of having these live streams. Is everything okay? Because it's not showing up. Things aren't showing up. It's not saying I have any concurrent viewers, which concerns me. Oh. I think we're fine. Okay. I still really like the Nightmarionne death theory. Yeah, I don't mind it either. We can watch that one. I'm planning on watching that one, I think. Or just a little bit of that one. Rewatch the first Gravity Falls reaction. We could do that. We could do that. You can all see me, right? Just please, can someone confirm? Okay, okay, never mind. I have concurrent viewers. Okay. For some reason, it wasn't showing up for the longest time. Okay, but there we go. We have some viewers. Oh, Nightmarionne is in chat. Everyone say hi to Nightmarionne. So yeah, I just want to chill stream today. I'm not going to do anything too brain crunching, because I've been making a lot of content recently, and a lot of it has been like brain engaged, like eyes on the screen. Like I'm just gonna sit back today, watch some videos, have some fun with you guys, and we can have some fun. All right. I love the music in the background. I need to do this for my streams. Ozone the FNAF theorist who love the fandom. You say that. I am actually planning on returning. First of all, if you go and subscribe to Psychic, that's spelled Psychic with an X instead of a P. We're going to be live streaming Secret of the Mimic the day it comes out. So that's going to be fun. And then I actually have a theory video that I have in the works. I just need to edit it and stuff. So, actually, that might be before Secret of the Mimic even comes out. That might come out before. But I'm planning to come back to FNAF. I really am. I do enjoy FNAF. I think that the direction that FNAF has gone recently, I haven't liked as much as the beginning of the series. I feel like it's lost its identity a little bit. But I still like it. I still like it because it is one of those theories. It is one of those series that at its core has that kind of like mysterious lore, and it is what set off the rest of the industry to kind of make theorizable content and stuff. Okay. Let us... This is what you're listening to right now. Some calm and relaxing music from Mario Galaxy, just in case you didn't realize that was Mario Galaxy music. That is the best music ever. Beautiful music. Cosmic Cove. Oh my gosh, I love it. I recently replayed Mario Galaxy, by the way, while I didn't have my laptop. Best game. Best game ever. All right. This is my channel. This is the channel. 65.2k subscribers. I'll be honest, I've had 65k subscribers for quite a while now. I haven't gone up at all much recently, and I think a big reason for that is my switch from FNAF content to Gravity Falls content, because I have gone like pretty much primarily to Gravity Falls content now. Obviously, I've gained a lot of subscribers from doing that, but I've also lost quite a lot of subscribers because a lot of people subscribed for FNAF content, and so they haven't wanted to stay along, and that's completely fine. That's valid, but it means I've kind of stayed at this stagnant number, and I'm hoping that with this kind of explosion of content now that we're gonna kind of take off again. And that's my plan, at least. I'm going to try my best to get as much content out as possible. You can see I'm already doing that. We had started Book of Bill. We did a second episode on Book of Bill, which premiered an hour ago. I made I made this video, which we can talk about. If you guys want to watch this video with me, I would love to talk about where this all came from and plans for the future. But as well as that, obviously, I've been doing live streams a lot. I mean, we've only had the party live stream and this live stream today, but I'm planning to do more and more. I'm thinking, like, can I play Balatro? Can I play any other games? Deltarune, people were telling me to play. I'm wondering if we can do Book of Bill content live as well. I think that will be later down the line. We have Book of Bill shorts that I'm planning on doing. I mean, these are quite fun to make. There's going to be a lot of different codes. Yeah, these are quite fun to make, because all you have to do really to do these is take content that you've already made and just kind of put it in a portrait format. Psychic, are you ready? Are you ready? Are we going to start with Tinder? Oh, not Tinder. Would love to see you do Deltarune. I'm thinking about doing Deltarune. I don't know if I really want to buy the game. It's really weird. I don't know how to feel about Deltarune in general. I feel really weird about Deltarune. I feel like it's just kind of like a little bit of an off Undertale, but maybe I'm just, yeah. Okay. I need to put a light on. I always forget to put a light on. I always just sit in the dark. That's my problem. All right. So me and Psychic did a video a while back. Me and Psychic in chat, go and subscribe to Psychic. We did a video a while back called Smash or Pass. Actually, I can probably search it, can't I? Smash or Pass. And it was this one. Here we go. Oh my gosh. The first two chapters are free. We can play the first two chapters. I have played the first chapter fully through. I have watched the second chapter, I think, although I don't remember what happened. And then if I guess if I like it, we can play 3 and 4. But yeah, if you guys want me to play chapters 1 and 2, I'll play chapters 1 and 2 for sure. So tip on this is not a website, right? I don't want clues, Elena. I really appreciate that, but that's a spoiler, unfortunately. Sorry. I don't want any clues on anything at the moment. Yeah. Sorry. That's awkward. It's not just Undertale. Yeah, okay. You can't see this, can you? Okay. Psychic, do you want to join your server?
Your mother?
Oh my gosh, why did I do that? I can turn the volume up a bit, I think. Guys in chat, always let me know if volume is bad or good or whatever. Just always comment. Is what I'm basically trying to say. Okay, I'm just going to wait on Psychic. Oh, hello. Hello, Psychic.
Okay, hello, Ozone. So, real quick, can I tell a funny story about this video?
Sure.
Okay, so I actually rewatched it like a few months back with my girlfriend.
Oh no. Oh yeah, you did that on stream, didn't you?
I did. I don't know if you remember, because I don't know if you were there or not, but when it flips to my camera for the first time, she just dies laughing. It's such a funny stream clip. Because,
That's
like, it's just me. It's just, like...
that can't be a good sign.
No, it's fine. It's funny.
That is funny.
Alright. I love this video.
I love it too. Can you see?
I can see it.
Okay, I'm gonna struggle with audio here because I'm not a pro streamer, but we'll see.
I can teach you if you want.
Yeah, I just love all the comments here. It's a great man said, "Call me purple guy because I'm about to put a child in that animatronic." What we need to do like we need to do a Tinder video where we come up with pickup lines, and then
Dude, we need to like wait. We could like each make like 5 Tinder profiles for animatronics.
oh my god,
Or something. We can do something.
we need to do more like creative videos or like creative videos or streams. Like we've been talking a lot about doing. Oh my gosh, I just realized we've been wanting to do a song stream for a while, right? Where we make our own song. We could both stream that at the same time.
That'd be so much fun.
Oh my gosh, chat, would you like that? We can make FNAF songs and stuff. That'd be cool. Anyway, let's have a look at this because I know you can't be here too long, but
yeah,
oh,
I'll be here as long as I can.
So smash or pass. Hey,
look at you, look at
Hey, Ozone.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh
Thank
man,
you. It's
Yeah.
oh, like that's me before I lost like what 75 pounds.
Oh.
Look at me.
We both
I can see my girlfriend.
look very different.
So different.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
This
Time
how long
flies.
ago was this? 3 years ago.
This was 2022.
Man, this-
I was in my final year of high school.
back when your name was with a P.
Yeah, before the rebrand. But to be fair, the rebrand was so many. Like you could not find my channel. Like you could not find my channel with my old name.
Yeah,
It
that's
needed
true.
the change.
Yeah, it was a good rebrand. It was a good rebrand. Hey, Psychic.
Hey, Ozone.
Happy Valentine's
Hey,
Day.
Oh, thank you. It's
Yeah.
kind of lonely around here. What should we do?
I don't know. This is so unscripted, by the way. We could have scripted this. We just completely
Just say-
improvised.
I didn't even think to make my bed in the background. That's
That's
I
funny.
just didn't care. I just didn't care
Yeah.
back then.
You know what we should play?
What should we play?
We should play Smash or Pass. But instead, we use FNAF characters. I also remember I tried my
This is definitely
hardest
not an
not
idea
to laugh.
stolen by any popular YouTuber on the
So did
internet.
I'm never
Yes,
good at
definitely
that.
not one. That
If we did like a
rhymes
try not
with,
to laugh video, I would absolutely lose.
Park a liar.
It's such an unfunny bit.
So let's get straight into
Let's
this.
get straight into this.
Okay.
I
Right.
know what makes it so good.
So, these are robots, not children. I understand the confusion, but yeah, these are not possessed by children.
Correct.
Number 1,
Pass.
pass.
But look at the camera.
I remember I was trying so hard not to laugh, and Toy Freddy came up, and I just don't know what happened, but I just let out a laugh, and then I knew it was over. I knew this video was just, it couldn't be serious. It couldn't possibly be serious.
Of course not. Also, I know I mentioned this before, but like, originally the whole joke was supposed to be like I was supposed to pass on everything, but you can see in the
Oh,
point in the video
yeah.
like we both like silently decided that no, this is not a funny bit. So I'm just gonna start actually just like saying smash this.
I remember that, yeah. We were just gonna do that bit, but then we realized it was just such a bad thought.
It didn't work. It didn't work. I think like I think like there is like some way to make it kind of funny, but we just hadn't thought of it.
Yeah, because I wasn't even really paying attention. And I was like, wait, I just realized you're saying no to everything. And then I realized it was kind of a bit of a weird joke.
Yeah, because we discussed it beforehand, dude.
Yeah.
Pass.
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 Some doomy eyes.
Smash.
Oh wait, it wasn't that one.
Pass.
Smash.
Pass.
Pass. Hard pass.
Pass. Yeah.
I remember being so happy with the audio edit in this, the music, because sometimes it like cuts out at the perfect point, and I don't,
Yeah,
I
it
don't know
really
how I do
does.
it. It's perfectly matching.
I just assumed it was on purpose with how good
She's
the
got
timing
some
was.
F me eyes.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. F me eyes.
Pass.
F me eyes.
Pass.
Pass.
Pass. Pass. Pass.
Gaming animator says Toy Bonnie is definitely a smash.
If you're into that.
There's delay in the video audio. What?
Is there?
That's really weird.
Like in the stream audio or like the video?
The video probably. I can probably. I might know what that is. I might know. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. Wait.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Ignore me.
Professional streamer Ozone.
Yes, I'm still getting used to streaming. Okay. Alright. Here, this should be better, I think. And then, like this? I don't know. Let's see.
Nice lipstick though.
Pass.
Smash.
Pass.
Smash.
Oh yeah, I was doing a bit that I smashed every puppet.
Close the puppet.
I did not even realize that.
You didn't realise?
No, no.
The worst part,
I just.
so the worst part about this is I made a second one.
You did? I don't
I
even
did.
remember that.
And
Another
I
Valentine's Day.
scripted it.
Oh.
And I think I put some of the same jokes in there, which is like stupid.
I just know there's one bit coming up in this video.
I'm never going to be.
Dude, really?
Yeah, of course. I got some custom art made by Davion. It was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
And it was definitely for the video. It wasn't for any other purpose.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I made a joke about how all of my...
Kiss any of the nightmares. Those big sharp teeth are just going to ooh la la hentai.
God.
Okay, I'm back. So that's the
No face cam. Oh, shoot. Damn it. Wait, I need to put my face cam on top. Wait. Here we go. Hello, you can see me again.
Also, the
game.
old,
I'm just looking at the list.
PNG. Love to see it.
It doesn't look like I have a certain type of animatronic that I like more than another, but that could all change going into Sisterlook.
Oh yeah, I tried to say this sarcastically, like, there's no certain type of animatronic that I like more than another. And then loads of people in the comments were like, you like the puppet. Like, it was sarcastic. Anyway.
Pass. I don't like those stripes, man.
They seem unnatural.
Right, the lemon lime stripes.
Pass.
I love it.
Remember when Coils the puppet was such a funny joke?
I loved it.
I can't
It was
explain
so
why it was
good.
so funny. It was just so...
It was so good.
Pass.
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 Pass. Smash.
Pass.
The music
Pass.
cut out.
Pass.
Oh, this is my favourite part.
Pass. Pass. Smash. Pass.
Singling out the puppet.
Love it. Ooh. Nah, pass.
Pass. Pass.
Pass.
Pass.
Pass.
Pass.
Pass. Pass.
Pass. Pass.
Pass.
Pass.
Pass. I guess the Nightmares aren't really popular.
Smash.
At least not with us.
At least until you get to
Pass.
Nightmarionne.
True.
Pass.
Pass.
Beer belly.
The stamp.
I'm sorry, Psychic, but that laugh kills me. It's so funny. Every time I hear it, it's so funny.
I'm glad you like my laugh.
You've got the best laugh ever. So contagious.
Thank you. It means a lot, actually.
He's really got a beer belly, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright. Pass.
Luckily, there's more laughter coming on in the video. Pass.
Pass.
The worst render of
Pass.
baby I could find.
I'm saying pass because everybody will beat me up for
Oh
saying
yeah, chat.
smash.
This was done on a PowerPoint presentation, by the way.
True.
If you can't tell. You can tell by this black line that's halfway through. I love that you want the tentacles that scare you. Thanks, Ailey.
Very true.
I just realised how wrong all of this is.
I didn't even see the dabbing mini arena until so late into this video being uploaded.
I've never seen that before.
You've never seen it? I thought that's what you were laughing at.
Oh, maybe I don't remember it.
I never saw the dabbing mini arena. By the way, chat replay. Chat replay?
Did you premiere this?
I think so. Yeah, there's a top chat replay. Oh, I don't know, it's not loading.
Pass.
Right, I need to stop
Hard
pausing. Sorry, guys.
pass.
Pass.
Pass. Have you smashed any yet?
No.
Yeah, at this point I was like,
Yeah. And I was like,
pass.
okay, if he's even forgotten that it's a bit, I should probably
Pass.
Sorry.
yeah.
Smashing.
Pass. Pass.
Pass.
Smash.
Smash.
Did you say smash?
Yeah, it's the worst one to choose as your first.
That's
Such a
why I
weird
picked it,
decision.
dude. That's why I picked it.
Oh, okay, bro.
Hey, we found one. Right, this is like Tinder. Hopefully he'll match with you. Pass.
Smash. I mean, it's Mr. Hippo. That one I understand. The freaking Mario 64 music.
Yeah.
Pass.
Pass. Pass.
Pass.
Oops, sorry. Pass.
Pass.
Pass. Well,
Well then.
he costs 25 cents.
Yes, he does.
Pass.
Pass.
Oh my god. I remember dying of laughter picking this picture off of Google Images.
Phone guy? Yeah.
Oh, that was
Are we
you.
back?
Um,
You have to know, is it the guy or is it the actual phone?
phone guy. It's phone guy.
Pass. Are you smashing the phone or the
Pass.
guy?
Nice eyes though.
Yes.
Yes.
Pass.
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 Smash.
Pass.
Why did I say smash?
Pass.
Pass. Smash.
Pass.
Smash.
Pass.
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 Smash.
Pass.
Smash.
Smash.
That's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Is it hot in here? Or is it just warm?
Oh, this video. Oh, the next one's funny as well, I think.
Smash.
That's what I think it is, yeah.
Your laugh is killing me.
This is where I died.
Your
I
laugh.
was out at this.
Your
I was
laugh.
out at this one.
Oh my god. What did your girlfriend say about this?
I think she was like, that's not real. Like, that's not a real spin.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that clip actually.
It killed me again on the stream when I was rewatching this.
Yeah.
Okay. Composure.
I think like, if I hadn't already seen it again, I think it would have killed me a third time.
This is
Like, I was expecting it.
This is one of the funniest videos on my channel, I think. It is
I
hilarious.
completely agree.
Smash.
Pass.
The fact all of it was like completely improvised as well.
Pass.
I know, it's like perfect.
Yeah.
Pass.
Pass.
That's why we need to come up with more ideas like this.
Pass.
Pass.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, you said smash?
No, I said pass.
Oh. Fetch, huh?
Pass.
Smash. Pass. I'm getting the words mixed up.
Oh my gosh.
Psychic.
Ozone?
Smash or pass?
I can't decide.
I can't decide.
Pass.
Hey,
Pass.
hey, you can't blame me.
Ozone?
Pass.
That was a lie. That was a lie.
Smash.
Pass.
The image. Oh, my head hurts again.
I love how your whole body goes straight into your camera when you laugh.
I did it again. See the hey little guy. See the hey little guy.
Caught you so off guard.
It did it again because I forgot about the hey little guy.
The wheeze is just so good. I can't. I can replay it a million times.
That's just my laugh, dude.
Who made this PowerPoint, man? This is so bad.
We did.
Yeah, and the worst part is, I would have laughed so much harder if I could hear your full laugh in the call. But in Discord, it just completely cuts out, so it doesn't even sound like you're
it's so-
laughing. I'm like, why is
because
Psychic
it's so
not making a
high-pitched.
reaction?
Oh,
Pass.
Pass.
I wish Discord picked up my laugh every time so
Yeah.
people could hear it.
No,
I really
Wait,
do.
sorry. Pass.
Smash.
Pass.
That was also a lie.
Alright, Grandad.
Pass.
Pass. Tempting.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll say smash.
I'll say pass.
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 Smash.
Pass. Smash.
Pass. Oh! I'll take sun if you take moon.
Deal.
Yeah. Cool. We've got Valentine's sorted.
Yes.
I just remember the ending.
I don't like the silence.
Pass.
Pass.
Oh my god.
That was a
is
great way to end the video.
Such a good video. What do you guys
A
think,
10 out of
chat?
10.
Chat, what do you rate that video?
I
Would
think
you
they're gonna rate it a 10 out of 10.
I think it is a 10 out of 10. That didn't do badly in terms of views either. I think it's got 30,000.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
By the way, Ozone, I have a question.
Yeah.
If I could figure out how to set it up, would you want me to stream Secret of the Note to both of our channels?
That would be good. That would
Alright,
be-
I'll see if I can figure it out.
Or if you can't figure out, maybe I could stream your perspective or something like that.
Yeah, I think I should be able to figure it out.
Yeah, okay. I would be so down.
Cool.
That'd be great.
I'll look into it.
Because if not, I might make clips or something like a supercut. I don't know. Although I always say that and never do. Gaming animators rate it a 12 out of 10. Great, thank you. Ozone, brace yourself. I'm about to break you with a donation. Oh, for God's sake. I'm not sad about that, but I'm like, I don't spend your money on me. You have so many other things you could spend your money on. Do you feel that way when you get donations, Psychic?
It depends. Like, if someone donates like a lot, I'm like, okay, you can stop. When Astro donates anything, I'm like, stop because you're broke. But like, I do appreciate how, because like I always put any donations back. Any donation money I get goes into my channel. It doesn't go anywhere else. So it always is like helpful.
Yeah, I try and do the same. Yeah, but at the moment I'm kind of like low on cash most of the time, so I can't
Same here.
completely guarantee. But you know, life happens. How many Hamilton parodies have you written so far?
Oh, by the way, I saw that. I'm so excited you're doing that again.
Yes. This is what I've done.
Oh, hell yeah.
So there you go. Feel free to slow that down to see the lyrics if you want. I did that about 3 years ago or something, and I just kind of randomly got like I want to make this right now. So I don't know if people want me to make it, then I will make it. But I was hoping it would get to a point where it'd be like people would help out with like singing, and then we could have like a whole production sort of thing going. That would be so cool. Yeah.
Right. No, that'd be sick.
Yeah. Right. Chat, any ideas what you want to watch? I saw a suggestion before, I think. What was it? Are you sticking around, Psychic?
I can stick around for a little bit longer.
Okay. Have you got any suggestions? Diss tracks.
No, please no. Please no the diss tracks. Let's see here. I to be completely honest, I haven't news reports! News reports! News reports, please, I love those videos.
News reports are good. I think this one's the best one, actually. The Stitch Wraith Stingers. I'm gonna do this one. It's also, well, it's not the shortest, but it's middle. This is BBC World News. I'm Owen Zone, and here are our... Elena, I can't believe you, man. For goodness sake. Thank you for the $50.
Heck yeah. Shout out to Elena.
Oh, that's insane. How... Are you like a multi-millionaire or something? I want to know. Emotional support plushie fund. You'll definitely need one before continuing Book of Bill. May I suggest the Build-A-Bear Mothman or one of the axolotls? At least 7 different variants to pick from that I know of. I do want to get an axolotl emotional support plushie. I do kind of want to do that. I need to do that. I might have to order one after this. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, my IRL Book of Bill is coming this time next week. So,
Fun fact: I also have a Book of Bill.
oh, nice. I'm assuming you don't have like the special edition though.
I don't know. Probably
Yeah,
not.
so- Because I heard that there's a Barnes and Nobles edition which has like a yellow cover or something, and it has more pages in it. Which I'm like, what? Why would you do that? But oh well.
Hold on, I can check real quick.
What color is your cover?
That Book of Bill. I don't know where I put it. Where do I keep my books? I actually don't remember where I put it. I'll find it later, actually.
We should watch Psychic's FNAF cover. Oh my gosh.
No, please, no. Come on. Please, no. Please, come on. Do you and Sag have to bring that?
You have to do a stream like this where you watch old videos. You have to.
Fine. Also, I think I did figure out how to stream to both of our channels.
Oh,
But I can do a test stream like sometime next week or sometime maybe like later today if you're available later.
yeah, maybe. I'm free all week, so just whenever.
Okay. I guess maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. When's that, by the way? Secret the Mimic.
Friday.
Friday. Okay. Okay. So, and you would be doing it at like regular stream time.
So from what I've heard, the game releases at like noon EST, I think it is, or
Okay.
1 EST, one of those two. So I'd probably take 30 minutes after that, so I have time to download the game.
That works for me quite well. And I'm happy to stay. I mean, I don't know how long you want to play for, of course. I'm sure you don't want to do it all in one stream, but I'm happy to stay up however late.
All right, we'll figure it out.
That's going to be so much fun.
It is.
Yeah, man, get ready for Secret of the Mimic chat. It's coming. It's coming Friday. All right, let's watch this. Let's restart. This is BBC World News. I'm Owen Zone, and here are our top stories. A plush strap chaser was found to be destroyed on train tracks. It was described to have human eyes and teeth, but I personally think that the only witness, Grim, was on crack. Let's just hope Grim reaps the consequences. In other news, a dead girl was found in a construction site air vent at 1:35 AM, not clickbait, and the imposter seems to have gotten away with it. Gone wrong. Section C. For you gamers out there, the next FNAF virtual Section C, like a C-section.
Yeah.
Reality
I get it.
installment Springtrap's Revenge has been delayed by 9 months. This 9 months, like how long it takes to baby. This is due to the water breaking through the pipe. Water breaking, like when your water breaks. But you never really know with that company. It feels like it's been a maternity since maternity, like
Maternity.
Sorry.
I love
We've got news
this
from them,
video
but
game.
there's always somehow room for discussion. And finally, a group of teenagers have been charged guilty for the murder of Kimberly
favourite joke,
Bergstrom.
by the
Her
way.
body was found mauled in one of the boys' bathrooms, who was in contact with an unknown suspect named Fetch. Whenever I'm at home, I'm in contact with someone called Lie Down and someone called Roll Over. I'm also in contact with someone called Paw. Now on to a news story
So true.
like no other. The Stitch Wraith is an urban legend, except it's not a legend, because it's true. There have been multiple sightings of a cloaked figure with a large red grin who has been murdering people and making them bleed from their eyes. Flat earthers and those who believe the human population is being replaced by androids now seem to have a little more credibility. This is what the Stitch Wraith has been described to look like. If you see a figure like this lurking around the garbage cans, my
Big up
suggestion,
Yankee for the
run.
amazing drawing.
The detectives are on the case and I'm sure they'll get it sorted in absolutely no time with nothing going wrong. Now we're going to take... I love how much thought you put in those videos. Thank you so much, Rebecca. These are some of my favorite videos, to be honest, because it is one of those things where, like, it takes a lot to script it and to put it together, like get the right recording and edit it like it's a news report, etc. But it's such a fun creative project because you can come up with all these jokes and stuff. I want to do this again, honestly. Maybe when Secret at the Mimic comes out, I'll do a news report. Or just one that like covers all of the books. Wouldn't that be so much fun?
Oh, dude, that you have to get like a few guests on there with like a guest reporter.
Oh, that could be good. I also thought maybe I could like go outside and and record something outside. Like, this was the site of when okay, back to you. I can't think of anything. This was the site of when Fetch got killed. Yeah.
Take an ad break before we go to Oxygen on the weather. I'll see you on the flip side.
Oh, this is my favorite thing.
Have you recently lost a pet? Are you grieving and sad and absolutely hopeless? Introducing the Fazbear Friendly Face Service. We take a face and put it in another place. Just pay for our service, send us a DNA sample, and in 2 weeks, your pet will come back to life. Why fight Fazbear's?
My favorite thing, I think, and maybe this is because I've been reading Book of Bill recently, but I love it when I love trying to like replicate real like ads and media and stuff like that, because I think it's just it's so cool to create parody over that. So I like making fake ads and stuff. And here, if you listen, I try to put as many F's in a sentence as possible.
Us a DNA sample, and in 2 weeks, your pet will come back to life. Why fight Fazbear's fright when Freddy Fazbear's Friendly Faces face forward for friendly futures? Find frogs, foxes, pheasants, ferrets, falcons, fish, flamingos for $45.55. Follow our Facebook at Freddy Fazbear's Friendly Faces for further facts and figures. Batteries not included.
I love it.
Beautiful.
Hello everyone, my name is Oxygen and this is the Fazbear Forecast. Starting off, there's going to be a lot of hurricanes in Utah.
I need to try and get physics on a news report. Wouldn't that be sick?
That'd be awesome.
Oh my god, can we please do a IRL weekly scoop?
That would be so much fun.
Listen to the Dark Rooms podcast if you haven't ever.
Oh, my apologies. There's going to be a lot of rain and hurricanes in Utah. I have an official word from some biologists that I need to read out.
Fun fact, that was me actually messing up.
I thought you were playing like the dumb blonde kind
of
person.
I couldn't pronounce biologists. I was like, I just can't be bothered to take this out. I'm just gonna.
Apparently, there are reports of rainwater with bunny ears in a nearby area, but it isn't a huge issue. It's not a huge concern. It's
so
totally
cringe.
drinkable. Just thinking about that makes me thirsty. I'm gonna.
It's so cringe.
Do you ever do the thing where you like look up and then you open wide and then you catch all the raindrops?
Real tough.
That was very manly. Okay, my stomach has gone a little funny. Elsewhere, if you've got some big trees near your house, be prepared for a tornado of leaves, because we have some winds reaching up to
Breaking news! Scientists have just discovered that our water is infected with a strange new microorganism. Do not drink the water. This is not another advertisement for Sodaroni. Seriously, do not drink the water. Okay.
Sorry if the video is lagging a bit. I think it's because I'm also sharing with Psychic. I think.
Oh, if you need to stop, that's okay.
No, we'll get through this video and then I don't know. If you want to, yeah. Oh wait, that sounds like I'm kicking you out. But like,
No,
if,
dude,
if
if
you
you
want
need
to
to,
stay, you can stay. But I think it's probably why the back video is lagging, unfortunately.
I'll probably have to leave anyway soon, so it's whatever.
But it's good to have you here at least.
Okay,
Glad
now
to
for
be
our
here.
last segment today, we are being joined by Dr. Ozonizone to talk about his new book, Eat Your Reg. Dr. Ozonizone, welcome. So, could you tell us what exactly your new book is about? Well, the title is a pun because you have to.
Okay, let's stop watching this. I hate this part.
No.
I hate this part. The accent is horrible. This whole joke is stupid. Okay, fine.
Eat your vegetables, but instead of veg, it's REG. Now, an REG is a random event generator, and it is a machine that randomly produces a set of ones and zeros. Like, for example, what happens to someone who comes in first place? 1. They won. And how many bits does Orenzon get? 0. Okay, we get it, and if you mind not cursing on live television, we would really appreciate that. Now, how is this sort of technology useful to us in the real world? Well, these numbers are binary because it is in
So
base
bad.
2.
I
The other
hate
thing
this.
that is in base 2 is the response is
No,
yes
this
and
is peak
no.
content.
So we can assign a no to a 0 and a yes to a 1. Now, from that we can create computers. So where does the vegetable part of your book's title come in then? Well, in 1966, a scientist named Cleve Baxter attached a polygraph to a plant and found that it had real emotions and it was reading his mind. Now, my book discusses the details of his
God.
research and how theoretically plants are influenced by us and have influence on what we do.
What is that, man?
Also,
What
I
is
have
that?
a joke. What do you call a large plant-populated space with absolutely no use? A lame forest? A 0-point field!
Oh my god. That's what
I don't get it. But thank you, Dr. Ozonizone, for joining us today and teaching us about how plants
0-point field. Man's really said lame forest.
do magic tricks instead of teaching us how to protect ourselves from H2O. We will be back tomorrow for more news, but until then, I've been Ozone, and goodbye.
Yeah, I love it. There's always cringe parts in these, but
Oh, of course.
they're good. They're good. This is peak Ozone content. I need to do another one of those. I can do it so much better.
Yeah.
I have a better camera. I have better lighting. I have better equipment. I have better writing skills. I can probably do a better accent for Dr. Ozone Zone.
It's funny because I still call him Dr. Ozone Zone.
You do. You do actually. Okay. Oh my god. Don't drink the water. I heard they put fluoride bonnies in it. Oh yeah, we had all of the things at the bottom, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
Jeff's pizza owner finally speaks out. My name is Jeff.
Alright. I think I'm gonna get going. That way your video stops lagging. But this was
Okay.
fun. Tomorrow I'll message you and we can maybe do like a quick test stream to see if I can get to streaming on both of our channels at once.
Okay, cool. That sounds good.
Yippee!
Business. Let's go.
Business. Let's go.
All right. Thank you,
Oh,
Psychic.
one more thing.
Did anybody make any of that out? Or is it just me who has no idea what you said? I have no idea. All right. Let me just recover. I apologize that I had 5% dropped frames. I'm so sorry if the quality of the stream hasn't been great. I think it should get better though, because my internet will be a lot better now that I'm not uploading a lot of data. All right, I'm gonna watch some actual theories because that was what I came here to do. We kind of got a little bit sidetracked. Let's go. Sorry that you're gonna have to see my OBS all the time, but I don't think there should be any sensitive information there. Okay. If we go to oldest, there is a lot of content here. Oh my gosh. Do you guys want to watch my first timeline video? That's my first timeline video. Is this... Wait. It's this one. Do you guys want to watch... You want to watch my first timeline video? 58k views, by the way. 58k. That's pretty good. First comment is, let me step right in and say that Foxy's jaw isn't broken. It was pointed out multiple times. I took better notes on this than I do in science class. Go for it. Okay, let's just see where it takes us. I don't know if we're going to get through 42 minutes of this, but I'm just intrigued to see what this is going to be about. I cannot remember for the life of me, but look at it. It's only FNAF 1 through FNAF 6. If I did a timeline on FNAF 1 through FNAF 6 right now, I think it would be so much easier. It'd be so much easier. Right. Let's see. I remember quite liking the production of this, but you can see that there's borders on the video, and that was my fault because I rendered it incorrectly, but I couldn't be bothered to re-render it because it was 42 minutes long, and I think at the time it took me like 6 hours to render. Mad. 7 years ago. 7 years. January 4th, 2018. 6 main games. No Ultimate Custom Night. Isn't that insane? It is insane. 2 novels. 2 novels! 2 novels! What is that? Twisted Ones and Silver Eyes. Not even Fourth Closet. Not even any of the Phasma Frights or Tales from the Peterplex. Just 2 novels. Isn't that insane? Oh, I got an ad. Luckily, mine, I've got an extension that like blocks my ads, which is quite cool. Da 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 da. Yeah, it just cuts off the entire text. It's so funny. Da, 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 da.
Charlie dropped to her hands and knees. She was wedged between a row of arcade games, cramped in the crawl space between the consoles and the wall.
Okay, chat. Full transparency here. It was 7 years ago. I have no idea why I put this here. I think it was just for dramatic effect. It had nothing to do with the theory.
Tangled with
This is the intro of
electrical
Silver
cords and
Eyes.
useless plugs strewn beneath her. She was cornered.
It was just for
The
dramatic
only way
effect.
out was past the thing, and she wasn't fast enough to make it. She could see him stalking back
Wait.
and forth, and she wasn't fast
This scene doesn't have Springtrap in it, does it?
enough to make it. She could see him
It's just
stalking
Foxy.
back and forth,
it
catching
not?
flickers of movement
Maybe not.
between
Maybe I'm misremembering.
gaps between the games. There was scarcely enough room to move, but she tried to crawl backward. Her foot caught on a cord. She stopped, contorting herself to carefully dislodge it.
It's a fairly
She
good
heard the clash of metal
reading.
on metal.
See, I was
and
doing
the
audiobooks
furthest
way before I was doing
console
audiobooks.
rocked back against the wall. He hit it again, shattering
voice
the
sounds so
display,
cute.
then attacked the next, crashing them,
Kinda does.
crashing against
My voice
them,
has deepened,
almost
doesn't it?
rhythmically, tearing through the machinery, coming closer. I have to get out. I have to. Panic
Could
thought
have done with
was of
some
no
captions or
help.
something.
There was no way out. Her arm swing of a hook. Welcome to Hurricane, Utah. The place where Five Nights at Freddy's.
I think that's
Takes
why I did the
place.
intro, because it introduces you to Hurricane Utah. I loved editing this part. It's really bad, but it's really funny. 1960s Midnight Motorist. Can you believe that placement? That's insane. Look at this. I must have made that in MS Paint or something. Junior's the local bar. Got that right, I think. Green guy serving him. Orange guy, Grandfather Afton. Oh my god.
This is Grandfather Afton, or known to the internet as Orange Guy. Okay, some people call him Yellow Guy, but let me tell you, it's like the dress. Black and blue or white and gold. Potato. Anyway, shown by the Midnight Motorist minigame in
What?
Five Nights at Freddy's 6, Orange Guy seems to have been kicked out of their local pub, Junior's. Green Guy, yes, I know, another freaking colour, tells Orange Guy that he knows he shouldn't be there. It's clear that this is because he gets drunk a lot. For one, his car is speeding at 200 miles per hour on the motorway, and secondly, he's an abusive father, which could be a symptom, if you like, of drinking too much.
Hot take. I actually think this was a really good theory. Not this full timeline, but I really liked the theory at the time that Orange Guy was Grandpa Afton. It made a lot of sense because it gave motive behind Afton's actions, because he was the runaway kid in this scenario, I think is what we're proposing. And so he was the runaway kid, he was running away from home. This is where the like there was abuse in his home. This is where his motive came from, to kill children and stuff like that. Looking like retrospectively, I think it was an okay theory, and I think it there was evidence for it, and it did piece some things together. But there is no way a theory like this in today's times would ever exist, would ever be allowed. I think never, because it introduces a completely new random character that doesn't fit in anywhere else. I mean, I guess Midnight Motorist doesn't have a full explanation yet, but even still, like, there are a lot of better ways you can fit it into the series than just Grandpa Afton. But I did kind of like this theory at the time. This being at the beginning of the timeline kind of makes sense, right? It's not too far off.
As you can see, he doesn't hesitate to shout at his son through the door. His son being William Afton. I'll talk about him in a bit. This person in the chair is Grandmother Afton. Although it says him when you go up to them, it isn't Orange Guy talking. It's the person sitting in the chair, thinking,
we all
Orange
knew that
Guy
Ozone.
has had a rough day.
Mini-zone.
Let's leave him alone tonight. When OG, that's my new name for him, I think it's pretty nice. When OG goes to his son's room, he's not there and his door is locked. OG looks at...
Hang on, OG actually kind of is smart. Chat? OG's kind of smart, because it's Orange Guy, so it's an acronym, or initialization. It's also OG as an original.
Looks outside for him, only to find his window smashed and footprints leading out into the forest. What happened? Let's quickly rewind. Here is William Afton, represented with purple colour for reasons I will explain later. William has a dog. He wants to leave the house without anyone knowing at the time. His mother is home, and the only two ways out is through the living room, where his mother will see him, or out his window. He smashes his window, and the mother doesn't hear him over the sound of the television. He takes his
edited
dog
so
and
badly.
doesn't go to Junior's,
One picture
but
every
rather
10
this
seconds.
place. He has been there before, and it is
You can see a
empty.
great progression. I got hair on my mouth. You can see a great progression though. Like, let's have a look at one of my favorite videos of all time on this channel. It is this video.
Quiet. Usually when I make FNAF theory videos, and I'm sure I'm not alone in this, I stick the word solved in all caps in the title. The story
So much more engaging already. First of all, the music. It makes a lot of sense. And it progresses. Like, you have progressive music. There's a lot more animation. There's a lot more color. Even just the background.
Story that solved Five Nights at
animated.
Freddy's.
That didn't take me 10 seconds to do. That's just completely computer generated. And it runs through a lot of this video you'll see. Like here.
Together. The consensus here is that
Running in the
one
background.
side
That's
is
just the same asset. Like it's actually, I would love to make like a video editing course or something. I'm not a pro video editor. I'm not that good even. But there are so many really cool tips that you can use in video editing, which just takes it from a low level video to a high level video. If a lot of this video, like when I made this window shot, if I had this like animated somehow, maybe there was some like colors glowing and or something, or like even just cool transitions. Like transitions really help you to keep the viewer hooked. A cool transition or something like that, it would have just made it more bearable. And I think a lot of the time FNAF theorists need bearable content because a lot of what you're explaining is very convoluted and you need to make sure that you're listening to actually properly engage in the content. So I think over time my editing skills have gotten so much better. Like I would never have
of the
seen myself
animatronics
doing this.
put souls in new bodies, and the entire
Back then.
process is automatic. My point is that Afton can literally throw the endoskeletons into the furnace and he's done.
Like glitch effects,
Night one,
remnant effects, TV screen with FNAF 3 minigame with an animated background. I think there's even like a screen cutout around that. Like there's a lot going on here. Fire
It's
text.
what Scott had.
Like there's so much here that I would never have been able to do back then. So you can see the progression. It's insane.
It takes the dog and doesn't go to Junior's, but rather this place. He has been there before and it is an empty space with plenty of room with a pile of scraps where William works on animatronic work. That's the theory. A few things to note about this before we continue on the timeline. Firstly, the fruit minigame in FNAF 6 contains a dog. This will eventually relate to William's dog. At the end of the first time you play the minigame, the score will always display 1960, telling us that...
That's weird. I don't actually remember this part. I remember seeing score 1960 and I remember freaking out at that and thinking, oh my god, 1960s. I think this is completely debunked. I don't even think this is a thing. I think I just kind of came up randomly with that number because I saw a screenshot somewhere. Oh my gosh, Jake, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. You always do this. Why do you do this? Thank you once again. That's so kind of you. I don't even remember the point of the dog in Fruity Maze is William's dog. That makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me at all. I don't know why I ever came to that conclusion. It's very clearly Susie's dog, or the little girl's dog in Fruity Maze. But I don't know. This was a time where FNAF 6 just came out, I think, so it makes sense that not everything is perfect. This is the working theory at the time.
That an event to do with a dog at some time takes place in 1960. Also, Orange Guy says ran off to that place again. William has been there before to dump scrap metal, etc. for building animatronics. He also says he'll be sorry when he gets back, foreshadowing that he is left for good and isn't coming back.
I know what I said about editing. This isn't actually too bad for the time. 7 years ago, I'm actually quite impressed so far. I know there's a lot of still images and a lot of just gameplay, which actually these days a lot of FNAF content you see is just gonna be gameplay with someone speaking on top of it. So this is actually alright. But what I like about this is the atmosphere. You can hear the family diner. It would have been cool if it was a little bit muffled at the beginning, and then as it opens up, it would have been, it would have transitioned to a more open sound. And the reason that would have been cool is because it would have kept the viewer engaged. Like we are entering Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, or Fredbear's Family Diner. 1972? What? 10 years before 1983.
(1972). William Afton has moved to a new house with a wife.
I think this
and
is
has
just
a child,
guesstimation.
Michael, who is very young, possibly 5 or 6. Together, William and Henry become co-founders of Fredbear's Family Diner, a
Co-founders.
restaurant containing 2 animatronics, Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. The year is 1972, as
Okay, I'm gonna predict it's because in FNAF 1, which is in 1993, Phone Guy says they've been here for 20 years, and so the suits need to be 20 years old, and so it must be 1973 when Freddy Fazbear's opens.
told to us by Phone Guy in FNAF 1.
The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So,
Guys, I'm still the same guy. I'm still the same soul in here. Still got the same theories. Same memories.
remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children and we need to show them a little respect, right? Okay.
I gift subs because you're the GOAT. Thank you so much. That's so kind, Jake. Oh my gosh. I wish, like, to you guys who donate, Haley, Jake, Elena, you guys are the big names here that I'm talking about. I wish there was some way I could thank you more, but all I can do is just keep creating content and saying thank you. I really wish I could do more, but it's genuinely so much appreciated when people donate to me, because you don't have to, and yeah, it gets me all flushed and embarrassed.
FNAF 1, as you will see later, takes place in 1992. 1992 take away 20 gives 1972, so it takes place in 1972. The architecture of
Why
Fredbear's
is FNAF
Family
1
Diner
suddenly
is
in
very simple.
1992?
It's just a large room with a stage and tables, and a storeroom to keep parts of animatronics and suits inside, as told to us by FNAF 3 Phone Guy.
Hello. Welcome to your new career as a performer/entertainer for Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. These tapes will provide you with much-needed information on how to handle/climb into/climb out of mascot costumes. Right now, we have 2 specially designed suits that double as both animatronic and suit. So please pay close
I mean, this
attention while learning
has been
how to operate
common
these
knowledge
suits,
for a long
as
time.
accidents
This was 7 years ago.
/injuries/death/irreparable and grotesque maiming can occur.
The establishment runs fabulously, with a great response from people. The place is used to host birthday parties and just used as a family restaurant in
I
general.
hate my voice, man.
So they open another few
I
locations.
hate my voice.
But this time they are Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, as we see in FNAF 1 and 2. They introduce a whole new range of animatronics. There's Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Balloon Boy, and Fredbear, or as many other people know to become Golden Freddy. This is the main
Top tip to a lot of creators out there who are making FNAF Theory content. I would say just cut out a lot of your literally describing points. Like, get to the point. A lot of people don't want to hear. A lot of people have heard before a million times and don't want to hear again. Fredbear and Spring Bonnie are 2 Springlock suits that can double as suits and animatronics, and they existed at Fredbear's Family Diner. And people are going to hear that a million times, not want to hear it again. Never again. So you can just, I think it's just common knowledge. So, it's just the audio quality. Your voice is fine, dude. Oh, So I thought you were talking about the stream. Yeah, no, my voice is young and yep. Yeah, I think a lot of people like it's good to assume that your audience doesn't know anything about FNAF, but at the same time, you kind of have to start at some point of knowledge. Otherwise, you're explaining every single detail of FNAF. And if you're making a FNAF timeline, it's going to take you 12 hours to just get through the timeline if you just explain everything bit by bit. So, yeah.
The main crew that make
It's hard.
the
It's actually
establishments
hard
come
to
to life.
know what to cut.
There are also different versions or species.
That's actually something I do. Sorry to keep pausing. There's something I do. I make a script, and the last thing I do to the script is I read through it, and I think, is every point that I'm making here concise? Is every point that I'm making here something that needs to be here in order for the script and the video to make sense? And if it doesn't need to be there, then I can cut it. I don't need it there. So it's quite interesting, like the whole philosophy and psychology of creating scripts for your theory videos. I think it's quite an interesting science.
Species of the animatronics, if you like the toy animatronics or the rockstar animatronics, that differ between different locations. Perhaps the children found the first set of the main crew too scary, with proof from FNAF 3 Phone Guy, which is why they created these new different versions of the animatronics.
Hello? Think I come to you wouldn't have any problems? Did, Foxy ever appear in the hallway? Probably not. I was just curious. Like I said, he was always my favorite. They tried to remake Foxy, you know? They thought the first one was too scary, so they redesigned him to be more kid-friendly and put him in Kids Cove. To keep the toddlers entertained, you know. But kids these days just can't keep their hands to themselves. The staff literally had to put Foxy back together at the end of every shift. Eventually they just stopped trying and left him in
This
some
could
kind
do
of
with like an audio
take-apart,
waveform
put back
or
together
something.
attraction. Now he's just a mess of parts. I think the employees refer to him as just the mangle.
All round
I should 100% just take the audio from this video and re-edit it and see what it turns out to be. Wouldn't that be so cool?
success is happening to the business right now. The employees are happy, the founders are happy, and the children are happy. This plateaus for about 10 years. Then, the entire business gets some negative views. And here is why.
So dramatic. Meanwhile, 3 pixels are on the screen. I remember making this, and I had so many issues because when you put GIFs into the video editor, it kind of like corrupts itself, and so it kept crashing. Love the music. Good music choice. Probably not fitting, but. Am I coming back to FNAF? I'm hoping to, I think. Secret of the Mimic Friday. We'll be streaming with Psychic, I think. Hopefully we'll have the same stream on 2 channels.
Henry's daughter, Charlie from the books, is killed by William Afton in the back alley of Fredbear's family diner. You know before when I said that OG was an abusive father? That has led to William's problems. You see, William now has a murder problem. He can't help it. It's a long-term problem from his father bringing him up. The puppet was in
His
the
father.
establishment as a present for the birthday party that was happening in 1983. The puppet isn't...
I feel like age is a problem here. Am I wrong? So 1960 we're saying was Midnight Motorist with Grandfather Afton. So William Afton would have been a kid, so let's say he's 10 years old, maybe maybe that's on the lower end, but like 10 years old. And then we're now in 1983. William Afton is 33. I guess that's fine. Yeah, I maybe I'm wrong. I guess it's fine.
animatronic also, and is a protector for children.
Projector.
She sees the
Protractor.
girl through the window and goes to save her to make sure she is safe inside, but it's too late.
Again, it's better to show and not tell in these sorts of situations. I just showed everybody what happened, and then I told them what happened, and that's probably not a good
William
way
turns
to
up
do it.
in his car and kills Charlie. That is the first murder of many. Yes, that's only the beginning.
Charlie's first.
Now, straight afterwards, his second murder. Okay, maybe not a murder, but a death. Crying child. William's second son, and the youngest of his children, is thrown into the jaws of Fredbear by his older brother, Michael, wearing a foxy mask. He is rushed into hospital, as shown by the IV, flowers and pills Easter eggs in FNAF
Good.
4,
Good stuff.
and he also dies a horrible death.
Yeah.
So, why is this important?
Flatline.
Well, it just so happens that these two characters become the two animatronics in the
Entire. I'm so British. Sure. Can somebody in chat tell me, because I just genuinely cannot remember. Do you remember back before Golden Duo was a theory, what we used to believe? Did we? Because no, there was a whole debate, wasn't there? Wasn't there a whole debate on who possessed Golden Freddy? There might have been. Because obviously I'm saying here that Crying Child possesses Golden Freddy, but now I'm interested to hear who the fifth child of the Missing Children incident possessed. I'm interested to hear that. I can't remember. Yeah. Extract. Lure, encapsulate, fuse, transport, and extract. We used to believe Cassidy or CC was Golden Freddy, not them together. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought it would be. That's really weird. I can't believe we always thought it's either of these, but we never thought it's both of them. It's really strange how we never really picked up on that. Especially with, and you guys are going to hate me for this, but in the FNAF 3 ending, you know, you have the two lights. I mean, it's only one light technically, but you have the two eyes from Golden Freddy's mask or head. And so that probably signifies there's two souls inside of him. And we never picked up on that. But it's a question if that's intentional. It probably wasn't intentional. It's probably just something that we picked up along the way. But yeah, it's really weird that we never really thought it's weird we never thought it could be both. I don't know. Huh. Yeah, I get we didn't know that two could possess one body, but I just don't even think the thought ever came up. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I don't know. When we found out of the truth, I guess that's a good point. It just feels weird retrospectively looking back and thinking, why did we never think that? It has to be one or the other. It can't be both. It's really weird that we ruled out so quickly as a community that it couldn't be both. But also, like, was Scott intending it to be both? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Because wasn't there a thing of like, you could go back to an old GT video on Golden Freddy. You know, at some point, I kind of want to rewatch the game theory videos. We could do that another stream. Would you guys like us to react to game theory? We could do a drinking game. We could do game theory bingo. Oh my god, we should do game theory bingo. We should get a bingo card and be like, if he mentions the FNAF books, tick it off. And then we could play bingo. We could each have our own bingo card. I know how to set that up. We should set that up. That'd be great. At least that's right. You know, a lot of this isn't too bad. I thought it'd be a lot worse. The years are a bit like, I don't know. This was recorded on another day. One shot for every Fazgu mention. So many ads. God, why does this guy put so much, so many ads in his videos? Oh, we should make a bingo card together today. That'd be great. Oh, we could do that, you know. That's actually true, Illumi. The idea of more than one person possessing an animatronic has existed since the book trilogy. I think that's what I was trying to get at before. But I couldn't think of what I was trying to think of, if you know what I mean. Like I knew at some point there was like an animatronic or something that had multiple souls in it. I just couldn't think of it. But there you go, yeah. And also, I was gonna say Ennard, but that doesn't really count, I guess. I don't think that counts. Because we didn't really know. Was there multiple spirits in one body in Silver Eyes and Twisted One? No, but in Fourth Closet there was, right? I think that's what we're saying. So maybe not when this video was created, but soon after. For sure. I don't know. You only read Fourth Closet? That's insane. I was so happy with this. It's the story with the video on it. Ow! Oh, never mind. That's basically me telling you, I made this up. Don't sue me. What's your current stance? Your screen's frozen. Are you sure? Oh. What? Huh? Okay, I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's happened. Huh? You... What? You just had still. I am so confused. You guys are having a debate in chat while I try and figure this out. What the heck? Oh. Oh, but that's that. Oh, I know. It's the ad, right? It was the ad. Okay, I'm so confused. macOS screen capture. Okay, here we go. This should be better. But then why can't you hear? Sorry, you can see my whole screen, I know.
Because she dies before any of the games. She is now
There we go.
Ballora. There's proof with the song.
Weird. Okay. What's that Ballora pic? I have no idea, man. Let me know if it's not working, but I think it's working.
In the games.
Oh yeah, what's your stance on Ballora being Mrs. Afton? Is that still a viable theory? I genuinely don't know, because I haven't been in the FNAF community for a while, I'll be honest. So I don't even know if that's viable anymore. I wouldn't say so, because I think the fun times are probably possessed by the missing children. But we can hear it now. Cool, thank you. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that? This is a very weird photo for me to put in, but
Because she
I was
dies
16 or
before
something.
any of the games. She is now Ballora. There's proof with the songs that she sings, the accessories she uses, and the fact that by the completion principle, the mother has to be Ballora.
You see, I understand where I'm coming from. And like you say, gaming animators, I love the idea. However, there's a big problem with me saying it's the completion principle here, because Mrs. Afton was never actually introduced into the series. I would completely agree, completion principle, if Mrs. Afton was introduced early on and then she died earlier. Wait a second. No, she has been introduced in Security Breach. But I think my problem right here, like, as of the inception of this video, the problem was that Mrs. Afton, we didn't even know if Mrs. Afton existed, right? We didn't know that Mrs. Afton existed. So why are we trying to insert her into the narrative in this way? There is no reason for us to. There's no reason for us to create a character and then put her in Ballora. No reason whatsoever. I think if a character is important, Scott will introduce the character to us, or he'll hide it in plain sight. But like Mrs. Afton was never like hidden in plain sight or whatever. Like it was just Ballora. It was always just Ballora. Ballora was always motherly, and so we thought, you know, Mrs. Afton has to be involved here. Obviously, Mrs. Afton does have to exist because William Afton has children, but we don't know too much about her other than the sister location stuff, which I was just talking about. Didn't she committed tax fraud? Another word for, yeah, she killed herself. And we also saw, we saw the robot representative of at the bunker dinner table. So I was kind of completely forgetting about that. So, you know what? I do actually think that could, because it does look like Ballora, doesn't it? At the dinner table. I don't know. I'm not sure. It could go either way, actually. I think at the time of this video, there was no reason to say the mother was Ballora, but actually right now, we have more reason to say potentially. Although she wasn't killed by William Afton or anything like that.
Your walls, when there is music in my halls, all I see is an empty room.
This image is so creepy.
No more joy, an empty tomb.
Admit it, you want me to be here.
It's so good to sing all day, to dance, to spin,
I'm actually really unsettled by this.
away. Is someone there? Is it time for the show? I can hear someone creeping through my room.
Oh, I don't like it.
Not.
If you want more evidence for
I need
this
to go
sort
back
of
to
theory,
the creepy
I'll
elements.
try
of
and link
FNAF.
something in the description. Anyway, one thing that you all need to know as well that I didn't mention is that in the year of 1983, a set of 5 children died at the FNAF 1 location, and another set of 5 children died at the FNAF 2 location, which allow them to become the souls of the original and toy animatronics. That's not important to the story right now, but I may as well quickly add that in so you don't get confused later. Now we are finally going to be talking about a game in this series. Can you believe this whole 20 minutes or whatever we haven't even been talking about one of the games?
Why that photo?
Next up in our timeline is actually FNAF 4. But Sireply, I might hear you say. Hasn't FNAF 4 actually already happened? To that I say
accent,
to you,
man?
partly.
To that I say to you, add. Has that messed up? That messes up. Wait, does it? No, it doesn't. Never mind. I'm being stupid. Real quick. Okay, cool. Should I get a haircut, chat? Yes, get a haircut. Should I get a haircut, chat? That's my question to you. And my answer to you is yes, because it's a bit scruffy around the top and around the edges. I am planning to get a haircut this week. So there you go. There's your foreshadowing or whatever.
The minigames have, but the actual gameplay hasn't. This whole time though, everybody has been misinterpreting FNAF 4. We don't play as Crying Child in the game. We play as Michael, older brother of Crying Child. I know,
Yeah.
bear with me. The first 6 nights actually take place after the bite of 83. There's no child there, which is why all the toys, the lamp and the bed covers covers are stationary throughout the whole 6 nights. Nobody else is going to play with them. They are kids' toys, and the only people in the Afton family left are William and Michael, an adult and a teenager.
I thought I cooked with this section.
A lot of evidence of us playing as Michael in the 4th installment is actually from the latest book, the FNAF Survival Logbook. Inside of it, everything written in red ink is made from Michael Afton himself, and on the page where it asks you to talk about the recent dreams that you've had, Michael just so happens to draw Nightmare. How could he draw him so specific if he hadn't seen him before?
What a great...
So, the guilt of killing his little brother is attacking him back in the face, literally in the face, as hallucinations, dreams, and nightmares, just like we see in Golden Freddy and Shadow Freddy.
I agree, YouTube Premium is amazing. I've done the free trial of it, and I actually quite like it. I didn't think I would like it as much, but I don't have the money to spend on it. I don't. I have things to pay for. I have food to eat, to buy and eat.
It gets to the point where it's too hard to deal with for Michael.
This is why I need to keep making
so what does he
FNAF
do?
timelines.
He goes down an elevator.
58K?
He goes down from his house into Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rentals, an opened establishment after the lightning fast cancellation of Circus Baby's Pizza World. All of this is after night 6 of FNAF 4, so post 1983 basically. He goes into the place trying to find a way to free the souls of Circus Baby and Ballora, his sister and his mother, but gets tricked by Ennard. As Ennard says a lot in Sister Location, he loves to pretend. And in this game, he's pretending to be Baby, who likes to pretend. Michael follows what he thinks is his little sister's voice, but gets tricked into the scooper, and he done got scooped. Roll the real ending tapes.
Wait, what is that, first of all? What?
Scooped.
Did I... Do you know what I think I did? I think I actually took the assets from in-game and I put this scene together. Because this is not gameplay. Like, this is not a screen recording of the gameplay. That's 100%.
But gets tricked into the scooper.
That's 100% just a stop motion.
And he done got scooped. Roll the real ending tapes.
Yeah, because it might be a GIF that I found online. It probably is. Haley, you know Bad Sons? What the hell? I thought I was singing that free of people's knowledge of Bad Sons songs. Pretend is a pretty good song. Does Patreon get a cut of your funds? What do you mean? Oh, I think so. I think so. The best way to get money to me quick is through PayPal. If you ever wanted to donate and it to go straight to me, and 100% of it goes straight to me, then PayPal is the way to go. But yeah.
This is Michael. He now has an Ennard as his
image?
innards. See what I did there?
I chose the strangest image.
The human body can't live
Images
with
in my
this
videos.
pile of wires scooped into it, so his skin starts to rot and become purple, as seen in the custom night cutscene.
You won't die, you won't die, you won't die. You won't die.
You won't won't die. You won't die. You won't die. You won't die.
So for all of you who still believe this pink guy theory, seriously, get a life. Let me make this clear. This is real purple guy in physical
Get a life, he says. His name is Psyapply, and he makes FNAF theories on the internet.
form. And this is a metaphorical purple guy. One that's not actually purple, but portrayed as purple for a shadowy figure. Do I make myself clear? Good.
Yes.
So, Michael becomes physically purple, and still somehow survives. He does seem sick. Like, really sick. Until he guzzles, chokes, and coughs up Ennard, who gets let out of the body and back into the sewers where he belongs. But he does come back. Now actually, while we are on that subject, let me just give you the rundown on Ennard, as he is just as confusing as the puppet. Ennard has many eyes. Why?
He's a lot less
Because
confusing
he is
than
an
the puppet.
abomination of all of the Funtime animatronics. Note how Baby has green eyes, Funtime Foxy has orange
yellow
eyes,
eye.
Bonbon has pink eyes, Funtime Freddy has blue eyes,
colourblind in
and
this video.
Ballora has purple eyes, all of which we see on Ennard. Also, he has Funtime Foxy legs, a Ballora torso and head, Funtime Freddy arms, and a Circus Baby chest. So all of these equals Ennard, Ennard equals this, and this, as a surprising twist, also equals Molten Freddy. More on that later.
The images I'm choosing are...
Now, Michael
Gold.
is, of course, sick. For God's sake, he went through a gigantic trauma. We even see red bloody effects when he gets scooped. Let's let him cure for, what, 4 years? Yeah, let's go with 4 years. 1987.
I just basically confirmed there that, like, I'm just making up things. Because I think the way I used to make these videos is I made a little bit of it, and then I made a little bit of it. I didn't script the whole thing. I just scripted a little bit, talked about it, edited it, and then was like, okay, let's do that whole process again until we get to the end of the timeline. And then I got to the end of the timeline, and I'm like, wait, I forgot about this one thing. Oh, well, we'll just forget about it. Everybody else will forget about it.
Michael still wants to undo everything that his father did to the children.
Ad. Maybe I could have turned monetization off for this.
And
stream.
this is where it begins.
Okay.
The FNAF 2 location. The location where the cursed balloon boy lives and the puppet's home now is. Now, if you were all right here right now, there would probably be a lot of controversy. Let me explain by answering some rhetorical questions. Firstly, why are the animatronics trying to kill him if they're not programmed to kill? Well, let me quickly tell you. What's controlling the animatronics at this point? The children's souls. Who killed the children? William Afton. Who does William look a lot like, especially in Atari graphics? Pink gut. No, I was joking. Michael, his very own son, because
The jokes in this just don't hit. I'm sorry, old Ozone. Also, I feel like this is like it's a good point that they look alike, but like it also just doesn't matter, because if you think about it, back in FNAF 1 even, Phone Guy gets killed, freaking Ralph gets killed without looking like William Afton. Like it's literally just the animatronics are out to kill. I don't think there's anything more to it. I mean, I might be wrong there, but...
Because Michael is now physically purple. Children's souls think that it is their murderer himself. so they try to kill him. Second question. Why isn't he called Michael Afton in the game? This is because he's trying to hide his identity, so he can successfully undo what he needs to without anyone knowing he originates from the same family. However, he gets fired.
Yeah, we didn't talk about how I put Sister Location before, or like, I think I put it 4 years before FNAF 1. Or FNAF 2, sorry. Which is, like, we always debated whether Sister Location came before or after FNAF 1. And nowadays I think it's after FNAF 1. Because of the whole Molten MCI stuff. But I think back in these days, it was a lot less clear. We didn't have that much clarity on when Sister Location would take place, and I think the big reason I said it would take place before FNAF 2 was because of the odor on the pink slips of Michael Afton's pink slips. They said he was fired for odor. So I think it was quite smart back in the day. But then yeah, I think although I think the intention was always for it to be after FNAF 1, I think it's quite interesting that we only kind of recently got more clarity on this Sister Location being after FNAF 1. But I think you can kind of see why it would go both ways, right?
Why? Odor. Yeah, a common firing term right there. Odor. I mean, I can imagine the purple rotten skin smelling just a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
He is who we know as Fritz Smith in that game. Jeremy, on the other hand, walks out the establishment after working night shift with Foxy behind him, and during day shift the next day, what is called the Bite of 87 is clarified. Jeremy is the victim, and it leaves the original Foxy twitchy and with a broken jaw. There's a possibility that this is why Foxy is out of order in the first game, as we see on the sign in Pirate Cove. Speaking of FNAF 1, Michael takes a trip in another 5 years to 1992, still in desire to undo everything, and I mean everything, that his father has done, to the FNAF location. Doo-doo-doo-doo. As you can see,
Was that me doing a Batman sound effect?
he has switched his name to Mike Schmidt, and we know that he is the
Yep, Mike Schmidt.
same guy as he
Can
gets
confirm.
fired for the same reason, tampering with the animatronics and odor. With still nothing achieved out of working at the pizzerias, Michael gives up, for not 30 years that is. And that's mainly due to the fact that the entire company gets shut down for
Oh my god. I need to get YouTube Premium, lads. I actually might.
good.
Ads annoy me
Every
so much.
establishment has been abandoned.
Oh my god. I can't see the screen anymore. Oh no, that was just the video. Why is Dabbing Chica in here? Oh my god. Can you guys still see? Yes, you can. Okay.
Being achieved out of working at the pizzerias, Michael gives up, for not 30 years that is. And that's mainly due to the fact that the entire company gets shut down for good. Every establishment has been abandoned, and just like dabbing is dead. Oh, Scotty boy,
dead.
I see what you did there. You added a dabbing chica to your latest book.
I must have been such an annoying freaking little kid.
Everything is shut down for good and forever in 1993. But 30 years later, Michael finds out there's still a way he can set the souls free. And that brings me
Can you believe that 2023 was 2 years ago?
to Five Nights at Freddy's 3. 2023. Fazbear Fright. You may think that we are at the end, but I tell you we aren't. It's been 63 years in total since this story started, and it's not even finished. The safe room is accessible by humans, but not by animatronics. That's something William knew at this location. What he also knows is that inside the safe room is a yellow spring-trap suit made up of spring locks. His plan is to dismantle the animatronics that are trying to kill him one by one by hiding in the safe room where they can't get him. A bit
The
like
animatronics
Den
go
in
in
Tag,
one by one.
overpowered
Hurrah,
and annoying.
hurrah.
But the souls were inside of them. That was something his plan had holes and patches in. The souls eventually get into the safe room and scare William into the spring trap suit. What he used to kill all of them off in the first place, trying to scare them away. But plans aside, let me just tell you, how stupid of him. Look at the dampness of the surrounding, and it's clearly raining. The springlocks munch him up, just like they did with the tears in the Bite of 83, loosening the locks and killing the victim. He gets what he deserves.
Was it just me? I never really go live or anything and like talk about things like this in such an informal way. But I always used to think, for some weird fucking reason, that these were like... I always used to think these were like barrels full of water. Can you see it? I always used to think these were like the round parts of barrels and then they've got the water in it. But no, I know they're arcade machines, but for some reason I always used to think it was water. I still see it sometimes. A bit like Circus Baby. I still see it sometimes.
Then we finally play FNAF 3, get the bad ending where all the souls are not free, replay the game, do the secret minigames, type in the backwards hex code for purple into a wall, and bam, 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 good ending, and the souls are finally free. The puppet helps out too.
Happiest day.
The puppet gives Crying Child the birthday he never forgot, and frees all of the souls happily. Notice though how the puppet's soul isn't freed. Yeah. Henry burns down the abomination that
I would
is
say this
Freddy.
is metaphorical. I would say actually the puppet's soul is freed, but it takes longer. It takes longer for it to fall to the ground and for the balloons to go up in the air.
Fazbear's Pizza, or Freddy Fazbear's Fright, or all of the other locations, you know what I mean, and frees all of the children's souls. Yes, that is the end of the game. That I mean, that's what we thought last year. He frees all the children's souls as well.
Don't look at me like that, okay, I guess. You thought they were about... Listen, it was watercolored. I didn't... Why would arcade machines be that bright blue? I don't know. It just didn't look like arcade machines to me.
As well as Williams,
Initially.
right? Well, not exactly. You see, there's a whole game we have left out.
No, I mean, when I say the puppet got free, but it took a little longer, I mean the puppet stays around a little longer in order to make sure everything is done. And by that I mean Lefty, FNAF 6, Fire, Happiest Day. That's kind of what I mean. Like it's happy. The Happiest Day minigame we see isn't fully isn't exactly what happens. Just like in every other minigame depiction of events that we see, it's not exactly how it happens. You can't take all of it completely literally, but I think metaphorically and the symbolism of the puppet's mask falling slower is sort of like she doesn't rest yet. Like it takes longer for her to rest. I know there's more to it now that there's more games and books and stuff like that, but that's kind of I like that sort of symbolism.
FNAF Pizzeria Flippin' Simulator. There are a lot of animatronics that didn't burn in the fire. Well, I say a lot, but there's not that many. So, let's quickly list
FNAF
them.
6 is the easiest.
So, there's Lefty.
FNAF 6 makes a lot of
sense.
sense.
Lefty didn't get burnt.
Why did I use this render? This is withered Lefty or something that some guy has created, and I've stolen his art or something.
Phoebe, as she wasn't part of the Ennard thing, as well as Ennard himself, who's actually
unfinished business,
Molten Freddy in this game, and then there's Springtrap, who somehow found an escape route out of Fazbear Fright. Yep, he found an escape to escape the establishment before the fire freed his soul. Oh, and there's also one more character that doesn't burn. The puppet. Notice anything? All these animatronics are present in FNAF 6. Yes! Oh my god, I could actually cry right now. So, here is the rest of the story. The puppet.
Yes! Oh my god, I could actually cry right now. Anyway.
Jumps into Lefty, rounds up all of the animatronics
emotion.
together and puts them all in one place, starting with Molten Freddy. And
screen frozen. Oh, for goodness sake. Why does it do that? No, it's not. It's... What? You're lying.
Together and...
It was just one image for a long time. Guys, come on.
puts them all in one place, starting with Molten Freddy, and Springtrap, then Baby, then him/herself. What a smart
Chat, the screen is black because the video is black. I wasn't a good editor at the time. You can't blame me, okay?
animatronic. These animatronics are salvaged and kept together in the establishment and then burnt to death, as we see in the
It fixed itself. It's part of the video. It's literally, the video is black right now.
of Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator.
It's funny. It's funny.
You played right into our hands. Did you really think that this job just fell out of the sky for you? No. This was a gift.
I think I put the whole ending in here. I did.
You gathered
need to watch this.
You up into their arms, the way you lifted others into your content to save you now in your arms. This ends for all of us.
Every one of William's actions has been undone forever. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of FNAF. For now, at least. No, I'm joking. He said himself, Scott said himself, that he is actually taking a break for once. I forgot what he said. He said something about having like a glass of ice and decomposing on the beach or something. And I don't blame him, to be honest. I don't really care if he decomposes. I'm joking. I love you, Scott. Scott, with all my heart, I love you. Anyway,
cringe.
My goodness, you guys probably have a lot of questions against this theory, and to that I say...
What the hell is this? I'm actually speechless. I don't know what this is. Why does this exist? I'm so confused. I don't know what this is. I don't remember what this is.
Please comment for that, and I may even do a Q&A video explaining the specific mini games, times, and events.
I wish I could have
One
the
thing
mind
that I want to
that I did
say
7 years
that
ago.
I'm really passionate about
Just to know what
after
this is.
seeing Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator come out. My favourite character in this whole series is the frickin' puppet.
Yeah, it always has
I
been.
will admit, that thing was, I mean, it always was, and still
Terrifying.
is terrifying, but seriously, from its origin story
script
to
like the
rounding
back of
up
my
all
hand.
of the animatronics together in one place, I love it every way to Sunday. You know what? This whole time I've been told to wind up the bloody music. Wait, what? Oh no. The box. The freaking box. I know what's in the box. It's so clear. It was right in plain sight this whole time, ever since FNAF 1. It was there the whole time. The missing piece
Puppet
to
jump
this
scare?
whole story was what is in this box.
That's actually really funny.
Joking.
I'm actually really proud of myself for that joke. I didn't know. I thought it was going to be a jump scare. I was in anticipation for jump scare. I think I'm okay with everything else in this video. I don't get this. Why? Okay. Let me just wrap this up. I saw people say that aged well. To be honest, to be completely honest, it didn't age as badly as I thought it would. I thought this would be way worse, to be honest. And to be honest, the only parts that are difficult to... The only parts that I really have to criticize are parts that are still quite sensitive to today's timeline. And a big part of that is Midnight Motorist, which is right at the beginning of this timeline. 1960, no way. 1972, no way. I don't even think I said the rationale for 1992 for FNAF 1. I think I must have missed that. FNAF 4 is a bit weird. Sister Location should be after FNAF 1, I think. But overall, not all that bad, I think, with all things considered. I was also 7 years younger at the time. I mean, right now I'm 23, so yeah, I would have been 16. I would have been 16 making this. I mean, video editing could have been a lot better. Theory could have been a lot better. Audio could have been a lot better. There are a lot of things that could have been a lot better, but this is very nostalgic. And, I mean, except for this photo, whatever this is. I'm really confused what this is. I swear I didn't do this. I swear someone trolled me and put this in here, and I just didn't review the video. Really weird. I'm surprised that actually went surprisingly okay. I don't know. I want to watch one more video, I think, and then we can end. That was surprisingly okay. I think I want to make that into an actual video. I think I want to cut that part of the stream into a video and upload that. Oh no, what's happened to my internet? Is my internet okay? Okay. I think we're good. Does anyone in chat have any ideas? Who do you think the mound is in Midnight Motorist? Who? I don't know about a who. I don't know what the mound is. I'll be honest. You can ask me loads of theory questions about FNAF, and I'm not going to be able to give you a solid answer. Oh my god, FNAF Unsolved was so much fun when I did it. It's an actual parody of BuzzFeed Unsolved. I really liked making these videos. Maybe we could do a FNAF Unsolved watch along one day. I don't remember what I did in this Ultimate FNAF timeline. I don't really want to watch it right now because it's 35 minutes. But let's watch a more recent theory. What can we do? Reaction, audiobook. This is my audiobook era. And then this is my era of like weird video, like weird me talking in front of a camera videos. And then it went back into kind of theories, like edited theories. I've had a lot of eras, I think. This is Dark Rooms era as well. I love the different eras of the channel. It's really cool to go back. I wish I could just stick to one though. One of these might be good. What is Phasgu? I don't know. What we found. What is agony? Could be interesting. The Springtrap Dilemma in the Man in Room 1280. You say that one, I've just picked like 10. Just let me know which one you think, or I can pick one. This one I remember making and people hating. Simulation Theory. Jump for Tickets. Oh god, I don't remember that one. These are kind of too recent to look back on. Oh my god, they're 2 years ago though. That's insane. I have got this in the thumbnail. Should I watch this? I probably should watch this. You know what? Maybe we can watch 2. Do you guys want me to watch Jump for Tickets or another one? Agony's nuts. Okay, great. Thanks. I'm going to watch this. Because I wanted to watch this today. And if you guys have any more ideas, I can watch it after.
Nightmarionne.
I'll be happy to. Jump for Tickets as a clown, really similar to Jackie. Yeah, yes and no. Okay. Hands up in chat. Have you seen this video? The Nightmarionne entity, how FNAF portrays death. It has 1.4 million views. 70,000 likes. 2,500 comments. 2 years ago, I made a comment saying, wow, this has 100,000 views. Odyssey Central commented on it. That's the comment with the most likes. Kinda. Could you react to one about the Golden Princess? Oh, the Princess Quest videos are actually quite good. We should do that. Yes, 100%. Okay, we'll react to this as quick as possible and then we'll get to that. Yeah, this is my biggest video. This is my biggest video. My biggest short is also Nightmarionne related and it has about 3 million views. This video did wonders for me. So did like this video as well. Sister Location, FNAF's Disastrous Masterpiece. I wish I could have kept this momentum, but unfortunately I couldn't, which is something that a lot of YouTubers deal with, is momentum problems. Let's have a look. I can't really remember much of what I said in this video, but I know it was very interesting. And I want to see how my editing has progressed from that first video we watched to this video and then to like current videos. I'm really interested.
Nightmarionne is my favourite character in the Five Nights at Freddy's series. It's an entity with so much meaning, another presence like we've never seen before. And to put it simply, it has a design that is undeniably terrifying.
I'm going to be quite critical, okay? I think a lot of this is wasted time. I think I said like, what did I say? I said one line which just didn't really like, it didn't have any substance behind it.
It's an entity with so much meaning.
It's an entity with so much meaning. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm going to be critical on this one because this one has a lot of views, and I feel like, in all fairness, it shouldn't. I feel like I got lucky with the algorithm.
Another presence like we've never seen before. And to put it simply, it has a design that is undeniably terrifying. Today I'd like to tell you why I am so invested in one of FNAF's...
My AirPods. God damn it. They always run out of charge when I need them not to. It should be fine though.
Criminally underutilized characters, and even potential theories that could tell us more of what's going on in Security Breach and the upcoming Ruin DLC.
Nightmarionne isn't technically canon since it was a reskin of Nightmare. I think I might say this in the video. If not, I say it in a following video. But it does become canon. Yes, because of Ultimate Custom Night and then because of Help Wanted. Just because it's not canon at one point doesn't mean it can't then become canonized at another point.
I would like to thank Springs firstly for actually giving me the idea to make this video, as well as sharing their thoughts on Nightmarionne with me too, some of which I'll be showing in this video. And also, this is technically my first video essay, so let me know if you enjoy it and if I did well for a first time.
Also, I said that. I said this is my first video essay, and a lot of people commented like, this isn't your first video. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's not my first video. I never said it was my first video. It's my first video essay. A video essay is a genre of YouTube video. It's my first style like this. So of course it's not my first video. It's just my first time trying this sort of content. Where I go over a character in FNAF. Yeah, some people. I understand what they're saying. And I understand a lot of what people are saying when they point out things like that. And when they point out things like Nightmarionne isn't canon. I completely understand it. But like, just take a step back and think of other people's opinions and stuff. And just kind of take it all in and try and kind of comprehend your thoughts. And just a lot of the time it's not the case in this case with Nightmarionne being canon, but like a lot of the time it's about like just thinking before you speak. A lot of the time people just don't think, and it can lead to offensive conversations and things like that, and we don't want that. We don't want that. It's like, it's not you, and again, I don't want to keep bringing this up. It's not you I'm talking to specifically at all, and I'm not even talking to you here. I just mean there were points in this video, in the comments here, where people were like, "This whole video is invalid because Nightmarionne isn't canon." What a stupid comment to write. What a stupid comment. You're not achieving anything by writing that. Even if that's right, even if Nightmarionne isn't canon, I don't care. Because I'm still pointing out some really cool details about Nightmarionne in the FNAF series, about how horrifying the design is and how the symbol, what is the word for that? Symbolization, like how it all works and stuff. And I think it's really, really sick stuff. Whether it's canon or not doesn't even matter in a lot of the case here. So it's about thinking before you speak, because so many people just say outright it's not canon, so it doesn't matter to me. But just think. Doesn't matter if it's canon. It riles me up because it offends me sometimes. Symbolism, that's the word. Thank you. Sorry to keep pausing. I absolutely love these chapter titles. It's so effective.
On October 23rd, 2015, exactly a week before FNAF 4's Halloween DLC,
Good music choice.
ScottGames.com was updated with this image, titled don'twakethebaby.jpg. This image seemed like a regular picture of the Freddy plush from on top of the FNAF 4 bed at first, but then fans found it concealed a big secret.
Oh my god. For goodness sake. Yeah, I need to get myself YouTube Premium, especially if I want to keep doing reactions.
What's going on, guys? Dorko back again. I hope you are fantastic today, and welcome back to another 5 Nights at Freddy's 4 Halloween teaser. And oh my god, I am so excited, guys. You may be wondering...
The editing is so good. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's gotten better over the years as well. I was pretty proud with this video, I'll be honest. Looking back at it, I actually don't like it that much. I know I can do a lot better than this. I know a lot of the edits, especially later on, are quite lazy. But I was pretty proud with it overall at the time. I also wanted to comment here. I put Dorko's clip here of him reacting to Nightmarionne for the first time, and I was quite happy that I put this in because it's great content. Everybody knows who Dorko is. It's going to be iconic seeing people's first reactions. Loads of people in my comments didn't know who Dorko was, and he was like, "Who's that annoying British guy?" At the beginning of this video. I also get loads of comments saying, "Why are you British?" What? What comment is that? Sorry, I'm getting really aggravated over the over the comments.
Oh, it's just a Freddy plushie, that's all. When you save the picture, for some strange reason, it says, "Don't wake the baby," which is the most interesting thing I've ever heard of. A baby? What the hell is going on? But we know the Freddy plushie to belong in the bed, in the bedroom in 5 Nights at Freddy's 4, which it is indeed. When you brighten up the image, you see it on the bed. However, the more and more you brighten up the picture, you see something on the bed. And who is it? It's the freaking puppet! Yes! Finally! The puppet is in 5 Nights at Freddy's 4. If you brighten up the picture so much, you do see something what looks to be the puppet. I think it's the puppet anyway.
Hidden in the surrounding darkness was a looming presence, watching, smiling, with a slim figure recognizable as a form of the puppet. This was the teaser that introduced Nightmarionne in all its horror. The file name don'twakethebaby.jpg was a
great effect.
Reference to a Markiplier line aimed towards the puppet in his original FNAF 2 playthrough.
I don't know what to do, they throw new stuff at me, which is really cool because it's the old stuff, and then Bonnie comes back and he's got no face, and Chica's coming back and he now has like 3 sets of teeth. I think I saw like maybe 3 or 4 sets of teeth. I don't even care about the baby anymore. Goddamn, I don't care about waking up the baby. Let all the little baby plushies sleep. A nice sleepy sleep. Think I'm ready for this? I ain't ready for this. I don't want to wake the baby. Yes!
For this reason, I believe it's safe to say that this does not have lore implications. But that's completely fine, knowing this is just a tip of the iceberg in the debut of Nightmarionne.
I wanted this video to be
the image separated from its file name was enough to induce speculation. However,
it looks better
when fans brightened the image, not only did the nightmare puppet form come into view, but Freddy also appeared to light up into a golden colour. Theorists used this as evidence that the puppet is the one who talked to the crying child through the Fredbear plush, saying, "I will put you back together," and this actually developed over time. It's a theory that I feel a lot of people dismiss because they feel someone else might fit better. And there's 2 reasons I say this.
This was very controversial.
The first is that for Pizzeria Simulator, we got this teaser, which connects back to what we've already seen. It's just a Freddy plush.
I'll say why in a second.
But over time, if you go back to the website and brighten the image, you'll start to see strings appear over Freddy. Strings of the puppet. And the second reason I think this is a valid theory is because of the next topic I'd like to move on to.
Wait, did I miss it? Oh, I did. Yeah. It was controversial when I said, when I was talking about this, because I said that when you brighten the image, not only do you see Nightmare Puppet here, you also see Freddy turn into
separated from its
the Fredbear, the golden Freddy plush. And so, therefore, it's kind of it's symbolism, there you go. It's symbolism again, that the puppet is kind of behind the Fredbear plush. So I kind of said that as like, this is a theory that people had at one point. But then I got loads of hate comments again from people saying that this isn't true, this can't be true, and it's only going yellow because that's what happens when you brighten an image. I don't care. The puppet. And the second reason I think this is a valid theory is because of the next topic I'd like to move on to. I try to be as objective as possible in theory videos. I get a lot of hate comments. The main law of the puppet, as you may already know, is that the security puppet, built to protect children with green wristbands, was unable to save Charlotte from Afton outside the location of Take Cake to the Children. In turn, this led to Charlotte possessing the puppet, giving its signature tear streams, and from there she gave life to the other victims. Lefty was eventually created to contain the puppet so Charlotte could be freed and have her happiest day, and now the puppet resides in the blob with no possessed child and no tear streaks. But supposedly there is a lot more to it than that. Look, that recap, I've kind of glossed over it a lot of the times when watching this, but that recap actually works quite well. The reason, I think, is because it's quite punchy. It's quite just like, it's straight with the facts. This happens to this happens to this, there's a fire, this happens. And then we continue. I think that's quite a quick and punchy recap of everything. I think it's quite good. I don't want to keep... I don't want to be too egotistical, but to be honest, the first video we watched, pretty bad. And now the puppet resides in a blob with no... Oh, I need to change out my AirPods. I really should get plug-in earphones or headphones maybe. Everything costs money, man. Possessed child and no tear streaks. But supposedly there is a lot more to it than that. Look at the security puppet's eyes, and you'll see 2 pinpricks of light. And when you really look into the series of FNAF as a whole, these 2 eyes have been everywhere. They've been in FNAF World, which connects back to Fredbear's line of "I will put you back together." In fact, the Fredbear plush itself has these eyes. The puppet's original FNAF 2 jump scare has 2 white dots, also not forgetting the way it stares into your soul in the cutscenes, and how Phantom Puppet does the exact same thing. And these 2 dots can even be connected loosely to the front cover of Blackbird, a story inspired by Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, about a person being haunted by a supernatural bird in the grief of another. And that all brings us back around to Nightmarionne. Nightmarionne in FNAF 4's Halloween DLC could have been the perfect addition to include in the game. Everything in FNAF 4 up to that point was big and bulky, animatronics that tower over you with multiple sharp sets of teeth, withering desaturated bodies and glowing eyes full of dread. But Nightmarionne was different in every aspect. A slim black body made with intertwining tubes, a skeletal shadowed ribcage high up its torso, long serpentine tentacle-esque hands, and a familiar... I've actually got a video coming up about FNAF. And I've just made the thumbnail before this stream actually, and I've used Nightmarionne's tentacles in the thumbnail. That's all I'm gonna say, I think, because I just think it's so creepy. I don't think there's anything creepier in the FNAF series. I think it's amazing. Make a link on your field. I don't, Haley. I really respect you so much. I don't. Maybe there's something wrong with me, because like, obviously any day I should want to gain money from people, but there's just something about it which feels completely wrong, and I just don't want to keep taking money from, like, especially you, because you've donated so much to me already. But like, yeah. Well, I'm trying to make content so that I can like make the money myself, if you know what I mean. So you don't need all you need to do is just watch and enjoy. Like that's the probably the best thing you can do for me. Yeah, I gotta pay bills and stuff, so getting headphones and stuff is a luxury. But I don't know. I realised the van in Secret of the Mimic says Fazbear's, which would retcon Fredbear's closing in '83 unless they're a branch of the company, like a side corporation. I don't know. I'm not big into. I need to react to the Secret of the Mimic teasers. I still need to do that. I need to do that before Friday. That'll be a video that you'll see soon. But yeah, don't ask me anything about Secret of the Mimic stuff. I have absolutely no idea. I'm sorry. I'm sure that is a very comprehensive and realistic and valid thought, though. That sounds valid.
Familiar yet terrifying face of a puppet. The way this animatronic contrasts with the rest of the crew in the game is beautifully well done, increasing the fear factor and really putting its importance on display. The entire face and body is monochromatic, just painted with blacks and whites, just like how dead children are presented in this franchise. And the best detail, the creepiest detail of it all, can be seen in its petrifying jump scare. It sneaks up towards your door, and without any messing about, shows this frame with the following sound.
Really don't like it.
That sound is also used for Nightmare's jump scare.
See, I just don't like FNAF these days as much as I did. Because there's things like this, which you'll never see again in the FNAF series. It's just, there's something so effective about this frame, which like nothing like this is ever going to happen in the FNAF series again, because it's too like AAA at this point. Like they try to do too much with it, but this is just so effective. It's clearly a face. You can recognize a face. It's staring into your soul. It's black and white. It's just such a simple design, but it's so terrifying. And the noise that it makes with the frame increases that amazingly. So there you go. Stop saying screen froze. The screen didn't freeze. I paused the video.
But if you brighten this frame, you'll see this. It's a frightening detail. It's another instance of chilling secrets.
I got comments on this video. Again, I got so many comments on this video, and I think I've seen every single one of them through my YouTube Studio app. And I think I know the proportion of comments that I get. Most of the comments are about like the puppet. I actually think Nightmare is death. A lot of the comments are Dorko's voice is so annoying. The third most amount of comments I get is weirdly people putting this timestamp and saying, what am I supposed to see? Brother, look at the before, look at the after. What is there before that isn't there after? Or other way around, but you know what I mean. The eyes, look at the eyes. They're completely pitch black in this screen. Bright in the image, Nightmarionne has freaking eyeballs. Most people in the series don't know that. I can guarantee. It's a terrifying detail. It's so terrifying. I want to see if I can see one of these comments. I doubt I'll be able to find one actually. Let's just scroll a little bit and see. He's there, he's here, he's there, he's everywhere. He's hip to be square. What? I don't know. Dorko is literally British incarnate. That's funny. Oh. ID's Fantasy? Did I know ID's Fantasy at this point? I don't think I did. That's weird. I didn't know that ID... Oh, no, I clearly did. Okay, whatever. I don't know. I can't find it. Anyway. I love the eyes. They're so creepy. They are just amazing. Such a cool detail.
It's a frightening detail. It's another
Scott could have
instance
done
of
pin
chilling
pricks.
secrets being hidden in plain sight. The simplicity of this jump scare catches you out. It's not what you expect. It's a jump scare that then takes you straight back to the main menu screen. It's the last thing you see before you die. In fact, I'd like to speculate that Nightmarionne is the Grim Reaper of this franchise. It is how death is portrayed. Black and white, simple, screams of nightmares. It's a beautiful, yet terrifying defeat.
I don't think I needed to zoom in there. Vehicle reflection.
The next time we see Nightmarionne is in Ultimate Custom Night, which we know to be William Afton's Purgatory. In FNAF 4, there was a bit of a controversy over the fact that in the Halloween DLC, Nightmarionne was one of the animatronics that was explicitly told to not be canon. However, Ultimate Custom Night's reintroduction of the character appears to override that, and I'm so glad they brought it back. Nightmarionne's mechanic in Ultimate Custom Night reads as the following: "Don't let your mouse cursor linger over Nightmarionne for too long." Nightmarionne can appear in 4 different places on the screen, and there's something about these stances that just chills me to the core. It's another stare with a huge gaping smile. In the original teaser, it stares into the distance, but here, it is right in front of you. Death is right in front of you, always
You can even
watching
see
you
the eyes here,
with those
and yeah, the blood vessels, as you're saying.
big, deep eyes. And it's absolutely perfect that Nightmarionne is the one taking the foreground in a situation. It fits the criteria for all 3 things that tie together Afton's story in Ultimate Custom Night.
I always found it
It's a
weird
nightmare,
Nightmarionne
it's a
was the
reflection of
logo
death,
of Ultimate Custom
and it's a
Night.
vengeful creation, all 3 of which are brought up in the death voice lines.
This is a nightmare that you want to wake from. The nightmare is just beginning.
The man in room 1280 outright confirmed this was all just a nightmare within Afton's brain.
I think this is where I got a little bit lazy with the editing. Oh my god. If you say screen froze one more time, I'm gonna actually freeze the screen. Video messed up. Oh my god, it actually did. Why does it do that? That's so random. Maybe it's like it's on like a timer or something. That's just so weird. Sorry guys, I don't know why I did that. That was the epitome of the boy who cried wolf. You guys told me that the screen froze too many times. Right, here we go. Oh, I need to put my face cam at the top. I'm sorry that you can always see me doing this when I do it, but oh well.
The most beautiful ones. This is what Nightmarionne is, a reflection. Death looking right at him, taking a fearful, recognizable form, and standing right there in his nightmare, watching with those dark yet ever so meaningful eyes.
Really effective. Wasn't that great? I love the music cutting out there. One thing that I love doing in videos is playing around with your music and trying to manipulate your audience with your music choices. I sound like an evil mofo right here, but people do it. A lot of people do it. A lot of YouTube is psychology, to be honest. I think. But a lot of your music choice is like, what do you want your vibe to be? How fast paced do you want your like your tempo of your music, the timbre of the music, like a lot of your music choice and the way the music is, like you can make a music choice and even slow it down if you wanted to, if you know that it's gonna work right in that way. But like the choice there, the stylistic choice was to just completely take out all of the music at that point to put emphasis on that frame and on that line. And I saw comments as we scrolled past saying I completely like my entire body shivered when that happened, and that was exactly what I wanted to happen. So music is a really good tool that you can use to manipulate people's feelings and stuff.
Right there in his nightmare.
Not in like a psychopathic, sociopathic kind of way, in a YouTuber kind of way.
Watching with those dark yet ever so meaningful eyes.
That's what movies do to make people think. Yeah, it's like when people, not people, it's like when films will put like a horrible scene of like someone stabbing someone and then it'll be happy music, and you would think the happy music wouldn't make it as scary, but it makes it scarier because it shouldn't be there. It's out of place. It's even like babies' music, like lullabies alone. Like lullabies are fine. They are innocent music, 100%. But when you put them in the theming of a horror movie, it's absolutely terrifying because, again, it shouldn't be in the horror movie because it's so innocent. It's almost like it's so innocent it inverts itself. It's the big contrast between the two ideas that show the horror, like display the horror. Juxtaposition. That's what it is.
Help Wanted is of course the next time we see Nightmarionne. We see its head in the Build a Mangle minigame, which is very interesting when you think about how that room exists in the actual Mega Pizzaplex. Nightmarionne is always watching.
You feel good about it again.
But the main minigame we see it in is in Night Terrors Night 2. Night Terrors is a spin on the original FNAF 4 formula, and I must say, especially so with Nightmarionne, this was the perfect way to expand on fear and utilize its design perfectly.
Horrifying.
The minigame consists of you looking primarily for its slithering black and white tentacles that randomly appear from the cupboard, under the bed, and the strange hole in the ceiling.
Why is there water? Oh, underneath? Up the top? No! No, I can't be doing this. I definitely cannot be doing this one.
An insane fear.
The flashlight's running out!
Snakes.
I'm too scared. I'm frozen to the spot. I'm gonna die.
I cannot get over how amazing of a development this was to Nightmarionne's character. It means that not only is its design super original, its mechanics are fresh and horrifying. The one place I do actually really like the use of Nightmarionne is in the recent fan game that I played on the channel called The Glitched Attraction.
Yes.
The tentacles would slither around, out the hole above the bed, and you had to hide in the Golden Freddy suit before it comes out and jump scares you. There's something so malevolent, frightening, and yet so meaningful about the tentacles that you see that makes Nightmarionne's levels extremely creepy. I think it's the fact that it's not the full body. What you see is simply evidence of Nightmarionne's existence, and it brings upon the knowledge that it's always present somewhere, and it could be behind you at any given moment.
It's also the fact that it can be in multiple places at once, and it's one of those things where you can see it out of the corner of your eye, and then you turn your head and it's no longer there. And it's like, it makes you doubt everything, and you feel like you keep seeing things, and it's just, it's horrifying.
Even though the face of Night...
It's genuinely just a familiar feeling. Nightmarionne feels like a familiar feeling. I need to make another Nightmarionne video. I think I actually could, and it might get the same amount of views. Would you guys hate me if I did that?
Nightmarionne is terrifying by itself. The creature with no face is equally as effective. Speaking of the face, let's talk about something that Springs actually made me aware of the other day. If you look at the model for Nightmarionne, this is actually what it looks like. Take away the mask, and he is just a black blob. And that to me is super interesting. He's just an entity, a symbolism stand-in for death. In the books, we are actually told a lot about the connotations of the colour black in the series. Things that come to mind are the black goo in Kids at Play, the strange ritual at the start of Step Closer, the black closet markings from after the events of the real Jake, and there's also a story coming up in Submechanophobia which may be connected to...
Like, I would do a lot more book content on the channel, but it's just really hard to edit, because there's no, like, drawings or like, any images or anything.
All that too. But there is one connection I just have to draw, and that is the victims of the Stitch Wraith. Apparently the people of the Stitch Wraith kill bleed black down the sides of their face, almost like tear streams. Why do they do this in the story? Because it's a direct effect of exposure to agony. So when you think about it, what is the Nightmarionne?
He's like staring. I must have done something with like lightness or something, like masking. I must have done something here, because I think this is just like
an entity.
Background.
Nobody really...
Nightmarionne is static here. But it's really cool because it's like looking
agony.
through a window.
So when you think about it, what is the Nightmarionne entity? Nobody really knows.
A lot of things
but
right in this
to
video.
put it simply, it's a reflection of
it
death.
Definitely deserves
it's your worst nightmare, and it's probably an agony-based creation. Its slithering black tentacles with familiar white stripes are powered by your fear, and the more scared of death you are, the quicker it will come.
The cult. Love this.
And here is where everything gets super interesting and all comes together quite nicely. When these things were first shown in the flesh, everyone went berserk. They were very clearly scrapped staff bots, which had been painted with black ink to look like Nightmarionne. Their arms have black stripes, a mouth had been painted on with one set of small teeth. They bleed black ink down the sides of their face, and unlike the regular staff bots, their eyes glow 2 pinpricks of light. You'll find that in the sewer area and in the poster note room, they are always there in one way or another, always watching. And not only all of that, but on their torso you'll find the following 3 words: in your dreams. The sound of their jump scare also contains the jump scare from FNAF 4.
Great detail. Great detail. Oh my god. I hate listening to it.
Theories can be made to try to piece together what's going on here with the Nightmarionne staff bot cult, but if there was ever going to be a way to make the staff bots even at all unnerving, this was the way to do it. This entire area in security breaches is downright unsettling, and is never at all explained. But it feels like the staff bots...
This robot is weird. There's a lot of weird things in Security Breach. This robot is weird. Basically, what we're looking at is a robot that is in the process of turning into one of those nightmare bots. Their lights are starting to go out in their eyes. They've got painted black tears. The red of their cheeks hasn't fully come off. You can see their torso hasn't been painted at all. And they're attached to this battery pack. But the others aren't. And so it's halfway through the process of being the nightmare, wait a second. Wait. I literally just realized this entire time I've been in a Discord call. Typical me. Typical fashion. Okay. Sorry. I did cut myself. Not cut myself. I did cut my line halfway through there. Yeah, it's really weird because this one is like halfway through the creation, so it's kind of like teaching us a little bit of how they're being created, but it's really weird. It's just a really weird part of the game. Yeah, I think I will have to make, if I do another Nightmarionne video, which I do want to actually, I need to include this more. I need to incorporate this more into the video because this is effective at like telling us a little bit about what's going on here. And yeah, like the Cult of Nightmarionne, I can't actually think of a better chapter name. I think it's pretty accurate. That was supposed to be dead has been revived and reused, somewhat like Afton's whole story, and that's probably the reason why Nightmarionne is present here. Whether that's the reason or not, it just shakes me that the incarnation of death is just always there watching your every move. Yeah. It feels scary to have a higher power looking down over you with a smiling gaze. And so of course, that leads me into the final small topic of this video, and that is the fact that there are Nightmarionne plushies that are watching your every move. You've probably seen people point this out in theory videos before, but if you haven't, allow me to explain. Throughout Security Breach, you can actually find various Nightmarionne plushies scattered around various rooms. There's one hiding on top of a floating Freddy in the west airlock of Rockstar Row. There's one in the golf ball ride outside Monty Golf. Such insane findings.
There's another in the office of the West Arcade.
I got the chills.
And there's one on a huge stack of boxes in Bonnie Bowl.
Yeah, I remember seeing this on our first playthrough. I'm thinking, what the hell is he doing there?
When you find a collectible one in the Endo warehouse, it is actually named Nightmare Plush. It's possible that canonically, Nightmarionne is now Nightmare, the representation, or the reflection if you will, of nightmares and death. Once again, always watching. And just like the Fredbear plush in FNAF 4, he's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Always.
I made a follow-up video to this, I believe, and it didn't get as many views, of course. Is it below? No. I made a follow-up video to this, and it was about how Nightmarionne is only one form of death, and Nightmare is another form of death. Nightmare is the form of death that the crying child sees, and the reason it is the death that crying child sees is because he is so used to Fredbear, Nightmare Fredbear. And then Nightmarionne is the death that William Afton sees as per Ultimate Custom Night because of Charlotte Emily. There has to be something more with Charlotte Emily. So yeah, the Shadow of Evil video. Yeah, exactly. I think that was actually a really good video. And I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to watch any more videos today. I'm sorry, I think I did say I would watch another one today, but I am very tired and I didn't realize this would take so long to go through as well. But I would love to do this again with maybe some other videos, and I'm starting to really gather some more ideas for more points I could add to this. Like, could I make an updated Nightmarionne video? It's a good thought. I want to. I'll think about it. If you guys want me to, of course. I'm not gonna force it, absolutely. Always watching with those 2 pinpricks of light. 2 eyes that you never want to look too deep into. And so that's a pretty brief explanation of what I think about Nightmarionne. It's an entity with a uniquely slim, black, slithering body that represents death. The puppet gives life, and the nightmare puppet makes sure you never get it. It is always present. It could be behind you right now, hidden behind some boxes, or watching from above with its deep gaze. This is a character that I think has a lot of lore relevance and story to it, but has still been severely underused. And so I leave this video behind, hoping that in the future of the series we will get to see it again, maybe even face it one-on-one. After all, death is inevitable. And with the gloomy environment we hear is coming up in the Ruined DLC for Security Breach, I think this is a perfect place for Nightmarionne to fit back in. So, tell me what you think of the Nightmarionne entity in the comments below. Let me know if you'd like me to do more video essays in the future, and as always, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out. Sweet dreams. I don't like giving myself a lot of praise a lot of the time, but that is a great video. That is an example of a great video. I don't think it's ever really gotten better than that on the channel. Obviously my editing has gotten better over time, but the writing of it, the effectiveness of the music, a lot of the video editing is really good, and that's what makes a good video primarily. But I think a lot of what I'm missing sometimes is the writing part of it. Weirdly, like inspiration is a lot of the time my bottleneck. I think I have the skills to do everything else, but the ideas are what makes me fall short, and a lot of the time resources as well. Laptop, headphones, YouTube Premium. But yeah, that is, yeah, that's that. I think that's peak Ozone content right there. I don't think Nightmarionne has ever been in a book. That is true. Don't think so. Maybe there's some way I can tie Dittophobia into all of this. Dittophobia is the story about Rory being in the nightmare chambers of FNAF 4 in Sister Location's location. And so I wonder if there's more to the FNAF, to Nightmarionne, like being nightmare gas and stuff like that. I don't know. I would need to think about it, but this is a good video. I want to remake it and put some more points in there that I've now thought of. So maybe that will happen. Maybe you'll see that. Anyway, I'm going to switch to my full camera. I've almost been streaming for 3 hours. I would like to thank all of you for joining. It's been a pleasure today to stream for you. More content tomorrow, I think. I think tomorrow I'll react to the Secret of the Mimic teasers, which will be a lot of fun. We might also do a live stream tomorrow. Not sure about that. I will also need to pre-record some Book of Bill, so I don't know. I don't want to work too hard over this week. I already have, I already have. My throat hurts quite a lot because I've been talking a lot to my camera over the past few days, but I'm trying my best and I'm getting through it, and I am enjoying just sitting here and making content all week. It's quite refreshing, actually. So that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in another stream. Goodbye.